welcome to a life full of meaning. My name's Lisa and this is Glenn.
And together we make a weekly vlog
where we document our search for a more meaningful life. So, without further ado, let's show you how the week
unfolded.
Good morning and welcome to Saturday. Well, we're still here in Devon, in Brixham at South Bay Holiday Park. We're closing up the caravan and we'll be heading back to Northampton on Monday. But we've got a couple of days here, so let's not waste them. This morning, I'm working on a craft project and I'm very excited about it. I've got 2 scarves that I bought at a charity shop and I'm trying to transform them into something amazing. This one, I think, was £3.50. And this one, which I'm using as lining, was £2.50. I've got a zip here as well. This is going to be the first time that I've sewed such a stretchy fabric. So it's going to be interesting. But let's see what we can do with these. I'm ready to sew. I am really winging this whole thing. And I'm hoping it matches up with the picture in my head. So I'm listening to a podcast, got Oprah Winfrey on. Going to set my sewing machine up and see what I can do. Right, it has taken me 3 attempts to get half a zip in. Hey, I've sewed my zip in. These are just a couple of loose threads, but I'll cut those off. But look at that. And it works. I've tested it. I am really pleased with the way that is shaping up. We need to walk down into Brixham. Are we walking or taking the car? Up to me. Maybe we should walk, get some steps in. I need to pick up something from the post office. We'll have a stroll around. Maybe get a coffee. I've picked my parcel up from the post office, so we're just having a wander now. So we had a lovely coffee in the Mermaid, overlooking the harbour here. We're going to stroll back up that hill now and finish off my scarf. We've just walked up from town. We got some steps in.
What are you sporting there, Mrs. Warner?
I made myself a thing. I made it. But it's not perfect, right?
What would we call that?
But I've done a transformation challenge.
Well, he's ended up doing the same job, but in a different...
I'm happy with this. I love these 2 scarves. And I love the zip I've put in. And I love it. I love it. So I'm just going to tidy it up because it's not very tidy in places.
Might need pressing.
But I do love it and I'm very, very happy with it.
A little moped that I bought for down the caravan, I decided that it's a little bit of a struggle with my weight on it, getting around on it. So I sold it. And the man came from all the way from Exmouth, and he brought a friend to ride it back. And I was like, "God, I haven't been far on it. You know, Exmouth is quite long. It's going to take him a good couple of hours." And he said, "Oh no, he's all right. He's all right." Anyway, he's just rung me, and the bloke's made it. It's about 40 miles on this little 50cc moped up and down hills. So, thank God he made it back safe.
Right, we are ready to go out. Guess what I'm wearing? Oh yes, I am. I'm styling my new scarf. Where are we going? So first of all, we're driving to Babbacombe. We're picking up Gently and Mariana, and then we're going to Newton Abbot to a restaurant. Glenn has told me it begins with L. I want to say the Linton. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I don't know either. I'm just going along. So come on, let's go. It is only 5:15. 5:15 and it's dark. Well, Torquay is looking very colourful this evening. Lots of lovely lights, and I spotted someone with their Christmas tree up and the hotel that was fully decorated. So yeah, lots of people getting in the Christmas spirit. I don't think I've seen Torquay lit up before. So we're just going past the Princess Theatre. Sarah Millican is playing there tonight, and she was also there last time I tried to get tickets, but it was sold out. So here we are. 14th century this is, so let's go in. You can't really see it through because it's dark, but it smells amazing. Thank you, thank you. Oh, we are on on our way back now. Let me turn the light on. Let me turn the light. Oh, we're on our way back now. It is absolutely pouring outside. But no, I didn't know it was going to rain tonight. We've just had a lovely meal in a lovely restaurant. It was heaving in there. This place was in the middle of nowhere. Every single table was full. We're heading back now, and I tell you what, it's so wet, cold and horrible. I can't wait to get into bed. Hello and welcome to Sunday night. Missed the whole day. Well, I started off on the wrong foot this morning. I set the live for the wrong time. I woke up at 6:45, got my computer out, logged on to chat to everybody at 7. It was done and dusted. I'd set it for 6 o'clock. What a fool I am. Sorry about that to all the people who usually turn up for the live. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, wasn't there. So that was how the day started. And then the rest of the day, we've spent cleaning and tidying and getting ready for the caravan shutting down, which will be tomorrow. So it has been the dullest of days. But it doesn't have to mean a dull evening. No. Mr. Warner's just said to me, would you like to go out for dinner tonight? I was like, yes, I would. He said, would you like to go to your most favourite place, the Prince William? Yes, I would. So that's where we're off to. Got my scarf on again. I love this scarf. I know I said it yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. It's warm, lovely, and I love it. So, yeah, going to get my shoes on. And then, come on, let's go down into Brixham. Off we go. Let's go get some delicious food. It's been a long, dull day. Church bells chiming, 6 o'clock. It's dead. It's dead down here. Wow, the water is really high. I don't think I've ever seen it this high. Goes to show, fishing never stops. Boat either coming in or going out, not sure which. And this pontoon is creaking. It's protesting. It don't like it. It's like it's speaking. Anyway, this is where we are going this evening. The Prince William. Oh, I do love it here. We've just had a lovely meal. I knew we'd have a lovely meal. I did have a whiskey coffee to finish, and I feel quite drunk now. Heading back to the caravan now for our last night in Brixham this year, 2023. Well, Mr. Warner, that was the perfect end. It was really nice to have some days off from work as well, and just really enjoy some downtime. Anyway, such a short video from us today. Not much going on, but tomorrow we're checking out Minehead. Good morning and welcome to Monday, closing the caravan day. Not my most favourite day of the year, gotta be honest with you. But that's it, we're packed up, we're ready to go. Caravan is emptied of all valuables. Well, not that we had many valuables to start with, but you know, all precious things emptied. We're ready to go. We're not going straight home though. No, we're going to Minehead. Glenn's just turning the water off. Someone is coming in to do the whole winterisation. We need to get it done by the site, because if we need to make an insurance claim and it wasn't done by them, then it's not valid, or something like that.
Right.
On our way back, we are stopping off at Minehead to have a look round. When Susan, who watches our videos, found out we was coming to Minehead, she said pop in for a cup of tea. I was like, we will. So we're going to go and see Susan for a cup of tea. Linda, who watches our videos, she lives in Minehead, and Linda's got loads going on, so I'm not going to contact Linda and say, oh, we're in the area. I just want to say to Linda, I hope everything's okay. Our thoughts are with you, and hopefully we'll catch up with you soon. Oh, I'm always sad when we leave for the year. And especially this year, because it so wasn't how we'd planned it to be. But, well, there's always next year. Right, it's going to take us about 2 hours to get to Minehead. We want to have a look to see if this is another potential place for us to relocate to next year. I'm back on the healthy eating today. Not just today, not just this week. Yeah, I'm back on it. That river is very full and fast flowing. We've been alongside it for a while now and it's quite dramatic. There's a lot of water. There's a lot of water down there for sure. So we've just crossed the border from Devon into Somerset. I am presuming that the river that we've been running alongside is the River Exe. Can I say, Somerset is very beautiful. Now this is the county where my nan was born, my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandmother and my great-great-great-grandmother. We originate from this county. You should feel like coming home. And just look at these autumn colours. It's way more hilly than I expected. So we have just come into Dunster. Now the internet tells me that Dunster is beautiful. It's got a castle and it's a National Trust property, but we're not stopping there today. Dunster is busy. Look at these lovely cottages. This looks very lovely. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So that comes round the corner. I can see why Dunster is popular. Oh, how lovely is this? Oh, I can just got a glimpse of the castle at the top of the hill there. Oh, how lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh my goodness, Mr. Warner, you know what I've just spotted? I don't know if it'll pick up on the camera. I've just spotted a rainbow. Can you see it? There's a rainbow over Minehead.
Where else is there at Minehead, Lisa?
Butlins. Butlins is at Minehead.
Huge Butlins.
Yeah.
I can see it from here.
I think I can as well. So before we explore Minehead, we are popping in to see Susan for a cup of tea. Well, we have just had a cup of tea and a piece of cake. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Susan and Jeff, they've given us the lowdown on the local area. So we're off to explore now. Come on, let's go. Oh, that was so lovely. Thank you, Susan and Jeff, for inviting us for a cup of tea. I really enjoyed meeting you and having a chat. So now we are off into Minehead. I like these little places down here, Glenn. Parking, short stay, to the right, Glenn.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go down the front.
Oh, look at that building there. Proper job. Oh, that's your sort of shop, Mr. Warner. And we're heading straight down to the seafront. That is Butlins straight ahead. It's another windy day. We're going to take a stroll along this way. There's actually a flat down here that I've seen on the internet. We'll do a walk by. The flat I've seen is in this block here. It looks lovely, and the views, I know I've said to each of the places we visited
You like it?
that I like it, but I think I like this one the most. Wow, I think, I may be wrong, but this might be the start or the finish of the southwest coast path. It is.
130 miles.
Starts here
Is that the end of it?
and it goes all the way around here. 630 miles. This is Brixham, all the way round to Poole. Do you reckon we could do that one day? Glenn's just said no. Look at that garden, it goes all the way up there. It's like vertical. I'm really surprised at all these beautiful period properties right on the seafront. It's just not what I expected at all.
This is where Mrs. Warner wants to live.
I do. Let's check back in 5 years' time, see if we're here. Yeah. So that's the West Somerset Railway steam train. I'm not sure how far it goes. Arcades. So we're walking down towards Butlins. There's another flat I've seen on the corner here. So this is one of the flats I've seen in this block here. It is literally right opposite Butlins. So in the distance there, I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, the train barrier is closing. Let's go check it out. So we've got McDonald's, Lidl, Tesco's, got the supermarkets and a Morrison's. So just before we leave, assuming that we're right next to a supermarket, we're going to go in and I'm going to get some stuff for dinner so we don't have to worry about it when we get back. Oh man, it's wet and wild out there, but do you know what? I like Minehead. Right, let's go, Mr. Warner. 3 hours, 41 minutes back to Northampton. Minehead, I hope we see you very soon. There seems to be some sort of flood situation going on here. Oh, it's quite deep actually. Mr. Warner's not phased. That car didn't do so well. It's all going on. Anyway, we're not doing too bad. It is 5:45. We are now in Oxfordshire. It's saying 1 hour 20 minutes until we get back to the boat.
Wrong.
We have been back to the boat like 10 minutes. I've sprung into action because I was going to cook a healthy and nutritious dinner for tonight. The can of beans that I picked up from Morrison's turned out to be a bean salad, and it wasn't until I was pouring it into the pan I was like, this don't look right. It don't look right at all. We're both looking at this pan of food that I've prepared and like deliciousness. No. My plan it was to make a healthy dinner tonight, have leftovers tomorrow, and we're both looking at it like, don't like the look of it. I mean, it might transform into something delicious. I chopped up butternut squash in there, some carrot. I think this dinner was cursed from the get-go because I'd brought some celery from Morrison's and I opened it up to cut it,
mouldy.
And it was mouldy. It was mouldy.
That's not good. So you start that away.
It's been 15 minutes of stress. Well, we've solved our odd bean dilemma. I mean, I just didn't like the look of it in the pan. So I've whizzed it all up and made soup out of it. Tastes lovely. It was supposed to be like a bean hot pot with a halloumi topping. It's now a bean soup with halloumi on the side. Good morning and welcome to Tuesday. I'm off to work just for one day and then I've got the rest of the week off. I got me packed lunch. The soup I made last night tasted mighty fine as soup. That was a surprise. I didn't have high hopes for that dinner. So I'm leaving you in Glenn's capable hands today. Glenn's going, no. But I am. And he's got to fix a leak today. We got no water here on board at the moment. Glenn will explain it all later. Morning traffic. So, do you know, I love going to work, but the actual drive in, well...
So, I've just dropped Mrs. Warner off for work and I'm back at our office stroke storeroom. And Chloe's here today, which is nice to see. I haven't seen Chloe for obviously over a week. I've just emptied the car of all the stuff in the caravan, which was a lot. So I'm now just reversing the car out and then see what's going on. All this stuff and all that stuff on that table came from the caravan. Mrs. Warner wants me to clear some space on the shelves over there to put some of it up there so it's off the floor. Yeah, let's see how we go. Guess what? I found Mrs. Warner. We've been looking for this everywhere. There's Mrs. Warner's yoga mat. So I'm pleased I found that because she thought she'd lost it. We've got a leak in the boat, which is the pump, which I think it's just one of the valves is a little bit leaky. I was going to buy a cat litter tray or get a washing up bar and cut it down, but I remembered I had some plastic trays here at the office. So what I've done, this is one of these sort of like drawers. I've just cut the top off and I'm going to basically mount the pump in this plastic tray, and so we can keep an eye on it over the next few weeks. I'm going to take it all apart, try and get that done this afternoon before I go and pick Mrs. Warner up. So we've got water tonight because washing up and stuff in the boat with no water is no fun. Anyway, I'm going to get that cut, nearly finish the dispatches today, and then I'm going to get going from here, pop in to see my sister, and then pop back to the boat and see if we can start working on this. So I found out why Chloe was here today. Look, I've got a sweat on. Basically she had a delivery of 2 pallets of frozen dog food come, so the guys just delivered them and I've just helped her lump them all into the freezer. It would have been a massive job for her. So I just got back to the boat. I've just bought some Plumber's flue sealant to see if we can get the flue to stop leaking. Also I've got all the bits for the pump as well, so come on, it's pouring with rain, it's horrible outside, but let's go and see. And I've got to leave here in about an hour to pick Mrs. Warner up. So something around here is leaking. I'm going to reseal right around the edges of it. I'm just going to clean it up. So this is where it's been leaking. Around the bottom here you can see where it's all stained. My idea is that I'm going to cut this section out and put some wood and some heat resistant. It's got 2 bits of brass around it at the moment, but all that keeps on doing is taking the water along, and it's been running down here, which is what's causing all this. I'm going to sort all that out. This here is Teal's water pump. You can see I've got tissue. That whole piece of wood is MDF. In the 90s MDF was all the rage, so the boat builder made it all in MDF, which is fine, apart from MDF is like a big sponge. So that whole piece of wood I actually want to remove because it's all pretty much soaked. I'm going to remove all the stuff around it so I can get to the pump, disconnect the pump, see if we can sort the seals out. Got the wood out, which was great because it was soaking wet and horrible. So the plan is pump in here, slightly raised. This wiring will be outside. Cut 2 holes, one here, and it just means if it drips into this tray. Obviously I don't want it to fill this tray. The light's failing, all my torches and stuff like that are all bloody going flat, so I'm struggling a little bit with light. Right, I've got to go pick Mrs. Warner up. I'm going to have to leave this mess till I get back.
My work day is done, not just for today, I know, for the rest of the week too. So let's head back to Northampton. Glenn's just said that we got to pop in and see Debbie, so we're going to do that, then we'll be heading home. Mr. Warner's lit a fire. He's got his head in there. I don't know what he's doing, but he's muttering to himself lots. I've just remembered it's Tuesday. It is Bake Off. Bake Off! And I've got delicious dinner in the oven. Everything's processed, unfortunately. I went into the Co-op to buy some peas, which were £1.60 a pack, and they were doing an offer where you got 2 bits of fish, some scampi, a big bag of chips, the peas, and a tub of ice cream that was worth over £4. All of that for £5. What a bargain! So that's what we're having. We dropped the ice cream off at Deb's. We got no freezer here. I was like, Deb, knock yourself out with the ice cream, enjoy it. So that's what we got for dinner, and I'm looking forward to it. So looking forward to it. And now I've just remembered Bake Off's on tonight, so this evening is just, well, it's getting better and better. Good morning and welcome to Wednesday. It's a blue sky, sunny sort of day, bit chilly out there, but that's fine. I've got another day off. Oh, I'm enjoying this annual leave, I really am. So I've got a day off. We're heading to the office though, because we've got lots of jobs to do, and I'm super conscious that our upcoming trip to America is fast approaching. We need to get some stuff sorted. Yeah, we do. It's letter writing day today. I want to pop in and see my mum, And there's a whole load of other little things to do as well. Oh yeah, yeah. And of course, it's Wednesday. That means bingo. We just popped into McDonald's for a cheeky breakfast. Not only that though, Glenn said, I know that lady over there.
Well, she was sitting with 2 police officers. She was a special with me when I was in the police.
Glenn's just spotted. There's a helicopter
In the car park.
We're at the unit. I can hear that helicopter going off. What was that all about? I'm going to send Glenn round to reception in a minute. Find out. Find out. Can you hear? Listen. Helicopter. How random. We've had this unit, but before that, we've had an office upstairs for years. Here, never a helicopter has arrived. Pop you there. Do you know the best thing about being in the office? Post. We've got mail. Let's have a look. Oh, this looks like a lovely letter. It is, let's have a look, let's have a look. It's from Sarah, so thank you, Sarah. I'm gonna grab a coffee, sit down and read that. Oh, I've just read the first paragraph, Sarah, and Sarah, we wish you and your mum all the best. Someone with the neatest handwriting. This is from the UK. Dear Lisa, I hope this letter finds you well. This is for Marion, who lives in London. Marion says she doesn't write many letters. I'm going to enjoy that one. I think letter writing is a skill we need to bring back. Oh, I love this. This is also from the UK. But look at the back there. Look, and it says, she's an old soul with young eyes, a vintage heart and a beautiful mind. That's beautiful. Lovely shiny envelope as well. Let's have a look. Oh, I've obliterated it by ripping it open. Let's have a look. Oh, Linda. Oh, Linda. I thought of you when we visited Minehead earlier this week. And I'm so sorry to hear about your husband. Oh, gonna read that, Linda. Sending you so much love at a really difficult time. Oh. So I've just opened my box and I forgot I'd ordered from eBay a whole load, 50 in fact, of zips of all different colours, sizes, shapes, styles. I wouldn't say I'm quite confident with zips now. I'm getting familiar with inserting zips, so I am excited about this. Just look at this selection. Glenn, what are you doing?
I'm gonna have a bit of this for the front of the boat for sound deadening.
Okay.
Underneath the pump. That in a nutshell.
Okay.
The last bit of carpet left, so I'm just gonna cut a bit.
Yeah.
And lay it under all that plastic just to see if it deadens the sound a little bit. Okie
dokie. Mr. Warner, what are you doing?
This is my mum's old but new laptop that she never used.
Okay.
And the battery is knackered, so I bought a second-hand tested one, but obviously I need to get it in to make sure it works. Otherwise, I can send it back. If I leave it too long, I won't be able to send it back.
I'm going to pop over, see my mum, have a quick cup of tea with her, and then I'm going to come back and do some more work. Come on, let's go. Let's go see my mum. I forgot to do any video, but I've been here with mum. We've had a chat. We've had a cup of tea. We've planned out next year in our heads. We just need it to work out, don't we, mum?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're making plans. Anyway, I'm off now, back to the office to see Glenn. So I'm just in the middle of writing letters and I'm writing Christmas cards as well. So if you've got a letter, you've got a Christmas card as well. I was like, shall I send it in November or December? I was like, I don't know. Because if you're in the UK, you'll get it in a couple of days. If you're around the world, it might take 3 weeks to get you. And if I send it in December, it'll be January by the time you get it. So anyway, I've decided to send Christmas cards in with the letters. So if you're in the UK, don't open it till December. Otherwise, it's just too early. Anyway, Glenn's just been around the post box, come back with a card. Oh man, look at that Christmas stamp. Isn't that beautiful? That is very funny. Lots of lovely, lovely writing. This is for Melanie. Melanie and Dave. I'm going to sit down and enjoy reading that. I am. Can you hear that printer? It's just set off on its own. I lost complete track of time. It is. What's the time, Mr. Warner?
It's 10 to 5.
10 to 5? I was too busy writing letters. Come on, let's go. It's bingo tonight. So we're heading back to Deb's and then we'll be off to bingo. Oh, yes. One of my most favourite nights of the week. Oh my goodness. It's dark out here. Well, we just got to Deb's, just jumped in the shower. Deb will be finishing work in about 10 minutes and then we'll be off to bingo. Right, we got Deb. We're ready. Come on, let's go. We're going to be lucky. We're going to win tonight. Someone's going to win tonight. I don't care who it is. Don't care who it is, as long as someone wins. So, we're here. Ali, Sarah, Deb, Glenn, me. One of us is going to win big tonight. Okay. Right. We're not playing for big money straight away, but we're good. Well, Deb won £10 earlier. We're about to start the second half. And we're going for the big money now. Yeah, right, national, here we go.
It's 2 and 8, 28.
We had winners on our table. Yes, we did, not one, but two. Deb and Sarah both won, admittedly not big sums. I think, did you win a tenner, Deb?
£10.
£10 for Deb, £20 for Sarah. So, yeah. We're excited nonetheless. Good morning and welcome to Thursday. We've been doing some jobs this morning. Oh yeah, organised a van for Harry next week for moving. We have just tidied up the boat, packed up a load of stuff and we are off to St Albans to stay at Glenn's mum's house for a couple of days whilst Glenn does some job and we get the house ready to go on the market. Come on, let's go. It's a very grey day today, but the motorway is running well.
Don't say that when we've only just got on it. That is like the kiss of death.
No, it's going to be fine. Sat nav says it's going to be about 50 minutes down to St Albans. So come on, let's go.
That's the library.
That's the library. You never went to the library, did you?
Yes,
No.
The school's over there.
Anyway, we are stopping off at the co-op.
The co-op.
Yeah, to get some bits and pieces for the next couple of days. So, piano. I can't play.
Got a lot of history, this piano.
Yeah, it has got. Your dad used to play, didn't he? And your mum. Ooh. Yeah.
It's not any old piano. It's got
all the buttons.
It has.
Oh.
Does everything. It records as well. It's also got.
Oh.
So it's got all the buttons.
Oh, Glenn. You'd love that if we had room for it, wouldn't you?
It's a good bit of kit though, isn't it?
It is.
Tells you what you're playing up here as well and what notes they are. No, it's good though, it's clever. I like it. I would keep it if I had somewhere to put it. But my dad loved this thing.
He did love it.
Mrs. Warner's been looking for this camera everywhere and she's just about to come in the door and there she is.
Hi! you
looking
found
for
my
the camera.
camera.
She put it down on the table amongst a load of stuff.
Oh,
And there it was.
I was worrying I'd lost it.
We left it in the coal.
Yeah, but bonus,
And your glasses.
under the car seat. Anyway, the reason I wanted to find my camera is I'd found a gorgeous picture of Glenn and his mum and dad when he was younger. And I'm not sure if you've seen it before, so I thought I'd show you. Here it is. Look at this one. Glenn, his mum and his dad. Circa probably 1984 or 5 maybe. And this, so this is Glenn's dad, Glenn. And I'm presuming Glenn's mum, although it doesn't look like her. And I'm presuming that's Deb as well. Doesn't Glenn's dad look like Harry? So much so. I've just found something else I want to show you. I found some paper plates from 1977, the Queen's Silver Jubilee. Everyone had a street party in 1977. What you found, Glenn?
But this used to hang in, I'm not sure it hung there, but it definitely was in our old house. And it's a barometer, but it's a really nice one.
Let's have a good
look. We're saying fair, and it is pretty fair.
It is pretty fair.
And considering it's been hidden in the cupboard, this is brass, so this will all clean up, this will all clean up. I don't know if I can part with that.
Well, darling, you don't have to part with anything you don't want to. Yeah, if you want it to.
It'll always be rainy.
What you found now?
This was made knitting, this used to belong to my nan.
Do you want to keep that?
It's little, isn't it? We can keep that. That's something from my nan, so.
I can't remember if I've told you. Glenn's mum and dad had not one, but 2 bars in their house. Yeah. There's this one, and there's this one in the other room.
It's a real shame, but I remember it being around, but it's damaged. The handle isn't. You know who could fix this?
Who?
Kirsten.
Off the repair shop.
The repair shop. It's missing. The handle goes up here.
Yeah.
And it's missing some of the leaves that should be identical to the other side.
Anyway, I'm going to go and show everyone the other bar that you're trying to clear.
Yeah.
So we go through here. So, this is the second bar. All the stuff that Glenn's pulling out was hidden behind there.
In the drawers or lots in the top.
Glenn's just found something and he wasn't sure where it was, but he thinks he's figured it out. Glenn.
Yeah, there's like a whole 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And
so what do you think they are?
I think they have the slots, and I think you put your name in them.
Oh, for table settings.
Table settings, yeah.
Well, okie doke. I made this, well, me and the kids made this when Glenn's dad turned 60, and all the kids wrote something. Dear Grandad, I love it when we play ball in the garden and when we go out together as a family. I love you. Love from Chloe. Oh, and that's obviously Grandad's Jeep there. And that's Grandad and Chloe. Grandad, I love it when I sat in the front of your car. Love, Harry. And there's a picture of the car. And Harry and Grandad. And that's them. And then there's just some pictures of Grandad. And let's have a look. Oh, that's a picture of us. Oh, not me, because I was taking the picture. But we got Glenn. We've got Naomi. We've got Glenn's dad, Glenn's mum, Chloe, Auntie Debbie, Harry and Beffy.
Looks like we're abroad.
It does look like we're abroad, doesn't it? I think that's when we all went to Greece. Then we've got Grandad and Beffy. You can tell by the curly hair. Dear Grandad, I love it when we muck around. You make me laugh. Your hair is so spiky. You must use a lot of gel. Your moustache tickles me when I kiss you. Beth, I love you. Oh, and here we have Glenn's dad and Naomi. And Naomi's written, oh, the writing's all faded. Let's see if we can make it out. Dear Grandad, I love when we all go on holiday together and go out together. Love, Naomi. Oh, What is it, Glenn?
I think it's some sort of... I thought it was something to do with bagpipes, but... I can't play it.
You can really hold a tune.
1996 nativity play at Naomi's school in Aylesbury.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know, we're going to have to have a look through this, another one there. Christmas Day with Family 1998.
Ah.
Baby Beth Christmas 92 York Holiday.
What is that? What is that?
It's an 8-track. The cine camera's here somewhere. It's a cine camera that my dad used to have, and it's he was like back in the day when we first went to Spain, which was 74 or 76. My dad had a cine camera, no sound.
Right.
And he took footage of that.
Okay.
And I think it's on that. I think it's on that film, which we need to get digitised.
Okie doke.
Mrs. Warner to the office.
Oh, Glenn, tell us the good news about the piano.
My sister has decided to keep the piano. Let's hear it. Yay!
Mr. Warner's so happy about that. And I think the kids, as in the grandkids, are going to love it too, because I know our kids loved the piano when they were growing up.
We can be guaranteed a noisy Christmas.
What's going on, Mr. Warner?
We only seem to be having one microphone socket that is working on the small amplifier. The other one seems to be fouled.
Can you fix it?
As Bob the Builder saying, yes we can.
What we're doing today, grouping things together. So without Debbie here, we're not throwing anything away. So it's just a case of, like, over here is things like cards, photos, memories for Deb to go through. All the stuff here to go to the Bell Plantation. We've got some textiles for Deb to go through, and a box for the charity shop for Deb to go through. So the whole idea is we're just collating it, and then it'll just make it easier for Deb and Glenn to go through. Glenn, what are you doing?
Going through my mum's pens. Seems a shame to throw away a pen that writes. There's so many. I just found one with my dad's name on it. Tony Warner. It's Parker. Old school. Can you keep that?
And all these pens work?
They're all the workers. I'd like to say this is the only drawers, but I emptied that and then that was full. And this one is the same.
Oh, a whole lot of pens.
Yeah. And then there's more upstairs.
I'm going to leave you to that, Mr. Warner. Are you still working through pens?
Yeah, I've nearly done now.
Good morning and welcome to Friday. You find us here in St Albans, well, London Coney to be precise. We got a lot to do today, but first, Glenn said, let's take a trip into St Albans. Let's have a look around. Let's go to the Cathedral. Let's go to the Verulamium Museum. And tomorrow, we'll also pop into town to go to the market and have a look around the town centre. So we're just trying to even out all the jobs that need doing here with something a bit more fun. So come on, let's go. It is just a glorious day. Look at that blue sky. There's some beautiful properties along this road.
That used to be a pub.
Did it? Well, we've just driven down a pedestrian zone, and Glenn's like, well, that never used to be a pedestrian zone. I was like, Glenn!
Well, 6 cars came behind me, so I think it's out at the time.
Okay.
So
it was very stressful. We've come to the Verulamium Museum to find out all about the Romans. I was heading to the map, and Glenn has basically just seen a sign that says cafe, and he's off. He is off. I've never seen him move so far. Willoughby the Hedgehog, made by willow weaver Deb Hart. So after a delicious breakfast, we're having a stroll. Glenn said there's some mosaic ruins that he's taking me to. So we're trekking across these football fields, and Glenn's like, it's this way. That tree looks magnificent. Let's have a look. Oh, Oh my goodness. Look at that. It says several rooms in this wing of the house were supplied with an underfloor heating system. The Romans knew what they were doing, didn't they? You can see the underfloor heating there. So clever. It was part of a much bigger building. This is the bit we're in today. It was excavated in 1931 to 1932 by Dr. Tessa Wheeler and Dr. Norman Davy. It dates to around AD 180. That is a long time ago.
They did like a good pot, didn't they?
They did. There was no Tupperware in them days. It's amazing, the history. So, this whole area around here would have been part of that house. And for that much of the mosaic to remain, I mean, it's just crazy, isn't it? I mean, it was built to last.
So obviously this was quite a key place for Romans, because the A5 is just over there, and that's Watling Street. So that would have been Watling Street, which the Romans built, which goes right up the country. Yeah.
Well, let's go to the museum and find out.
They had their depot.
St Albans was their depot.
Yeah, this Verulamium.
I was going to say, don't come to this channel for decent history information. I mean, we're just not your people. And just think, those Romans had their own football pitches. Oh, there's some more Roman ruins. I don't think we can get to it without crossing the mud. This is flooded. Glenn was pointing out that there's a path down there. This is the River Thur. It's a chalk river, a special type of river of which there are only about 200 in the world. It's fed from an underground chalk aquifer. So we started off here, and then we've been to there, then we went to there. Now we've walked down here. But tell us about here, Glenn.
It's where I used to run as a child from school. It's where we used to have our inter-school athletics.
We've lost the signs for the cathedral.
It's there.
Yeah, we can see it. We're just not sure the quickest way. What a magnificent building that is. Let's go take a look. We were wondering, did they used to be windows, do you think, there? Oh my goodness, what a beautiful sacred building that is. So as we walked round, one of the ladies who was doing the flowers, she was telling us about the graffiti on the pillars. She said, you thought we invented graffiti, but we didn't. She said there's graffiti here going back hundreds of years. Also, Glenn lit a candle for his mum, and we were just in awe of the beauty and the sacredness of the place. So this is Orchard Street, but this is very similar to the cottages that Glenn's mum, dad and sister lived in after Glenn's dad left the army in Scotland. This is reportedly the oldest public house in Britain.
Skeleton that lies before. I lived here with my family in AD.
I loved the Verulamium Museum. That was really interesting, fascinating. Anyway, we got to head back now, do some jobs. Odd thing happening. So we've just got back from St Albans, and someone has left a trailer full of some fencing on Glenn's mum's drive. Glenn has gone off in search of the person who has left it here. What is quite funny is not long before Glenn's mum got ill, someone accidentally, it was a long story but valid reason, left their car on Glenn's mum's drive, and it caused uproar. I feel like history is repeating itself. This is an odd thing to happen. I just feel that Glenn's mum's playing a little joke on us. Good afternoon to you. I haven't done much filming this afternoon because since we've been back we have been doing so much packing. Mr. Warner, what's he doing?
A smoker, so there's lots of lighters and... Ooh.
Oh, you've been going through a massive box.
Bullet-shaped lighter. Zippo lighters, we've got them all.
Loads of lighters.
Yeah.
So you're testing to see which ones work.
And which ones? Well, they don't really have to work. I mean, if they need a bit of gas, I don't mind putting a bit of gas in them. But
It's just like the pens all over again.
yeah, it is.
So that was the week. It was a bit of a weird one.
Started in Devon.
Yeah. Went to Minehead.
Oh yeah,
Devon,
Minehead.
Somerset, Hertfordshire.
Well, via Northampton.
Via Northampton. A lot of goings on this week.
Next week,
Yeah.
I'm working all week. Back at the council doing my old job while someone's on holiday.
You're really looking forward to it, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm only doing 4 days because Harry's moving on Friday. So.
Yeah. So, that is it for this week. We just want to say a massive thank you to
Kathy and Caroline
thank you so much.
for buying us a coffee. I think they both bought us coffee. Anyway,
Yeah.
but thanks for that.
Thank you. And letters have gone out, so thank you to everybody. I think I said thank you to everybody last week, but if you've got a letter, thank you. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.
Bye.